Welcome back to Planet Crafter, everyone. And I have been a little busy between episodes. Now, when we left the last episode, we was at 2.66 GTI. We're now nearly at 4. Don't worry, I've not built anything. I've just been base building. And then today we're going to be moving bases, getting all the stuff from here over to the new one, and also setting up the auto crafters. Couple of little things I want to mention. On the dev branch, which is basically like their testing branch, they've now announced there's going to be 3 endings for Humble. I don't know what they are. I haven't looked into it. I want it to be a surprise to me. They've also announced another couple of biomes being added to this world. Again, this is not live in the public and there's no release date yet. And also they've announced internal stairs, which is one of my big things I wanted. The way the internal stairs work, it's a 1 unit, goes 2 back, and it's 2 high, and it's a unit you just snap onto buildings. It's absolutely fantastic. I've seen it on the test branch, and also there's 20 new decorations coming in, so you can really spruce up your base. So I'm really looking forward to all that sort of stuff. So let's come and show you what I've been up to. Let's remember where my door is. It's somewhere over this way. So the last time we was building over there, I haven't got rid of all that. I've just took the top unit off at the moment, and this is the new unit. I am going to replace that side with a 2x2 internal stairs when I get them. And the reason I've built it like this, I call it the highway, is because I can now drive the buggy straight the way across without it crashing in things underwater. It's just about wide enough, so I'm really happy with this building. The next thing I did is I got rid of the old water unit up there, which I said I was going to do, and now I've put it down here. So we've got a water unit either side. This is going to be setting up for doing the auto crafting later in the episode, and I've moved the 2 algaes over. I haven't tested to make sure they're far enough away each other, but I'm pretty confident they are. And if I need to add any more algaes, I can always just put them over here. But like I said, this part here we'll get rid of. Stairs are a bit funny. So at the bottom here, the stairs was floating up to about here. Now the way you have to do it is these diagonal units. If I try to put a square unit in there, it will not go. But if you can add 2 diagonals, and it actually works fantastic. It doesn't have the collision on. This is going to be my production room, so I'm going to put some windows up here. I'm going to have my sort of office area on this side, and then some of the other stuff will be down for production, but it'll be like making bees, making trees, all that sort of stuff when it comes in. We did unlock the beehive while I've been doing this building, and then let's just show you up to the top floor. And this is where we're going to have all our storage. It's out of sight, but I still want to have a door on there in case I want to do it. Now, the way I set my bases up, I can get 13 of the T3 units across here. And because it's an odd number, you want to place your centre one right in the centre of the room. So if you look at the room, there's 3 squares by 3 squares, so this is the exact centre. I have enough on me to make 8, and then I've got to go back and get more. So as you can see, that's exactly right in the centre of the room. And then all I'm going to do is just move down, overlap the unit slightly, just so you can fit the amount I'm in. So the way I do my base is, I can get 13 there, I can get 12 across here, and I've still got space to walk in between them. So that's 25 on this side. I can get 25 on this side, and then I've got enough in the centre to do, I think it's about 20 auto crafters if I need it, or I can use it for extra storage. So you can cram a lot in these 3x3 rooms, hence why it was such a big thing I wanted to do. Now, unfortunately, in the last episode, we did find out I was way too early with all the drone stuff. We've got to get up to 50, so we want to be doing some production, but we also want to be doing the move today. So as you see, there's enough room to get in and out the door, and there's a little bit of overlap. If you don't want to overlap the unit, you might be able to move the N2 out just so it goes up to the edge, but I'm happy with this. Let's use all these. And then what we're going to do is put all our base resources on this side. So we'll have everything like iron, all the base stuff, iron, silicon, titanium, going up to uranium, super alloys, all that will be able to get stored over here. And then we can clear out the majority of the old base. Now I've run out of units. I need, what did I have? 8, so I need at least another 5, but I'll fill my bag up. And then we're going to come back out here. Now we did get the breathable air on the last one. So we're starting to tick down in the bottom left hand corner. You'll see it's negative 1.8 we're using now. That will go all the way down to 0. When it does, you get the infinity symbol. That means as long as you've got that equipped, you're never going to be needing... You're going to never need to go and get oxygen top-ups anymore. And that's actually a really good time to be doing ships. Because there's nothing worse than being in a ship and then all of a sudden finding out you need to run out before you fall because you need the oxygen. You could take capsules with you, but if you're carrying capsules with you, then that's taking up inventory space you could be using. Doing these ships is really good when you get to that stage. I think it's 8 I was doing. So there's the 8, and then that will mean I would need 16 super alloy. I've cleared the machine outside. I've run out of... I've been clearing the units at the back, so I've gone out and collected resources from the uraninite and the osmium and the zeolite, just so I could get the iron to build that base, because it did take a lot of iron. It took up probably around 4 lockers to do it worth. Let's just take all the super alloy. Now this is purple, so I have to watch out it's not a super alloy one. No, it's just a purple storm, that's fine. Some of this I will do off camera, but I'll just show you the basics or what I do. And again, it might be useful in your game. So we've got 13 across, so 7 is the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as you see, it is the centre here. So what I'll do next... You need about a width of one of these units to be able to walk through. Then I want to turn them around so it's facing inwards like that. And that should still be dead centre. It is, because there's the centre line in with the middle. And I can get rid of this. Oh, hydration's critical, and I've got one on me, that's fine. And we do have water downstairs if I desperately needed it. So as you see, you can pack in the... And it doesn't look terrible. Everybody has their own version of doing base layouts. A lot of people have been playing the game a lot longer than I have. And again, we would need more circuit boards. So if I was to move, say, this one out of here, you'll just see the walkway you have at the edge. Okay, that was too tight. So my centre one needs to be moved across. So we just need to see where it is. So it's about that line there. We want to keep it the same, but we just need to move it across. As soon as you've got these done, the rest is so easy to put in. So instead of overlapping it, we'll go there, and then that should be... Yeah, that looks about even now. And I think we're sorted with the line. We can still get past either way. Yeah, it's slightly forward. I just want to move these back. Okay, so we want it there and then go back on. Brilliant. So those two, about the centres I'm ever going to get them. There's a little bit of space there and there's none there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll overlap all these. Otherwise, it will block up the door slightly. So we have got a lot of lockers here already, more than enough, more than we had in the last bases. And the difference with these ones is you have massive amounts of space compared to the other ones. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 80 spaces in these lockers, and I think the others are only like 20 something. So I'm just going to name up the basic ones, just so we can start moving across. So your basic ones are always going to be your iron. Okay, spelling, it does help. Titanium. Silicon. Magnesium. And cobalt. And it will allow me to get rid of a lot of that. Anything that's full up in these lockers and I've got an overflow will just get shredded then. I only need one complete locker of everything. Now, the next one you will get when you're doing your searching of the world. Aluminum. Then your next items you will get is... I always do super alloy because everything before this all craft up into a super alloy. Then the next ones you will be doing would be iridium. Again, sets to pay you want to, but this is the way I do it. Then the next one you would get is uranium. Then looking at where you would pick up the items, the next one would be your osmium. Then after the osmium is when the zeolite comes into the world. Next after zeolite is probably going to be obsidian. And then if I just put rods in a separate one. So I'm happy with just setting up that basic. And then we're just going quickly go and grab the resources. I will move all them over, but you saw how I'm going to do it. We don't need to see all that. Next thing we want to be looking at is production-wise. So we do need to get the beehives up. I do need to get some water out here while I'm over this area. Actually, probably the auto crafters is where I want to set up next. Take one on me. I can put all that super alloy back. Yeah, I'll just leave the car down. I don't need it in my inventory at the moment. And again, we did, because I was collecting a lot of resources out there and a lot of the resources from these, I have got a lot of rods now, so we probably need to build another power. We've only got 200 power, so yeah, we'll look at getting that power done now. So we needed 3 rods, an explosive powder, and then some extra water. And as you see, I was crafting up quite a bit of rods in between, and I've got enough to make another one. So I could do another 2 powers if I wanted to. But one will take us back up to 500. And it's where I like to be, because if we're going to be building a lot of stuff. Did I actually get the tree out of here? No, I didn't, so I need to go and put that tree in as well. And then we'll collect some waters when we can go. Yeah, we've got to go all the way over here for the waters now, unfortunately. I will empty one of these out and go and send it back to the base, just so I've always got water in the base. So let's just clear out these, let them refill up. Because again, the auto crafters can craft anything within a certain distance. So if you put your auto crafters in the center of your base, in that middle square, it will pick up a good radius of both sides. It picks up most everything in that room radius. And if I need to, I can always just move the algae into an area so it can get picked up by the autocrafter. Let's just keep 4 water on us, 1 for me and 3 for the power. We will sort all this out eventually and make it a bit more neater over here. We can move some of the production to over the other side as well there. So like the gas extractors I need close because you'll need to pick it up with the autocrafters. And I'll also need a silicon one, so I might be able... Again, I would have to wait for T3 probably to get silicon here. But it's not that far. Silicon's only just over through that archway there to be able to get it. We've got enough power. Again, I did pull a locker here. Unfortunately, when you're doing uraninite, you get so much dolomite out of it. I wish you didn't get dolomite out of there. I understand why they did it, but it's just... Again, when I can have drones, a lot of this will just be sent straight to the scrapper because it's dolomites is in this machine here I'm doing. And as you can see, it only gives the basic resources, nothing else. So a lot of that stuff is not that great. And also, this was very badly planned as well. So every time you put an ore, say a dolomite, for this machine, this is the tier 3 machine. If you look on the side, it will extract 5 items. But then they put the storage unit as 48, which 5 doesn't go into. So the last unit, it will always only ever give 3 out unless you clear the space. So again, it was a little not great the way they set that up. Need food. And we will move over a lot of these food over to there because certain items, like the bioplastics, need mushrooms, so we'll need to grow them over the other side. And when you come up to T2 fertilizer, you need the squash over there growing. And then when you're making, is it the fertilizer 1, you need the eggplants. So we'll have to move all these food growers over to the other side. We probably don't need to increase the quantities we've got, but when we get gardens, we can then put the gardens on the roof and they'll be picked up by the autocrafters. Again, I set that base up to future-proof, so I don't need to build another base like that for the rest of this playthrough. And again, we do have a lot of squash, we have a lot of eggplants, so we do have enough to get machines working quite effectively. Especially bioplastics, we need quite a bit of that at the moment. Okay, what was we doing? We was going to put that tree seed in. I want to put the iron away as well. Yeah, that's all the iron I've got left. And that's with me keep running to the machines and clearing it out as well. Food, that was what I was meant to eat. And let's take a water with me just in case. Could do with emptying this gas extractor. And taking it with us so I can set it up over the other side ready. I do want to have a look and see how far gas extractor tier 2 is away. So let's just have a look at our... So the power is 600. Let's look at our unlocks, which is this one here. So we just got the autocrafters. That's what we're setting up to do in this episode. We'll have the incubator at 5 GTI. So again, that won't be much, but once we start boosting up the production, that won't take that long to do. We have T4 eaters. Is these T4s or T3s in here? Those are definitely T4s because I was using the 1 rod. So we can go and build the T4 eaters today. So yeah, I want to get that done in this episode. Get these moved out of this base. We don't no longer need them in a base. So I'll do the same as what I did with pressure. I'll build 5 of those up in this episode. So yeah, let's go and get this tree seed sorted out. Put the gas down at the other place. I do want to get down to some more exploring, but we probably won't get to that in this episode. I just want to have mainly production in this one. So that one's got a lymphola in. That one has got the Alteria. And then we just need to make another tree for that one. So we'll want to go back and get that one done in a minute. And we will get a lot of iron back when we start breaking down these lockers. Let's start with the iron because it's not full. And we can just start transporting the stuff over. While we're going that way, we might as well. Actually, we can get rid of most of that super alloy, can't we? Maybe keep a couple on me because I can't remember if the gas extractor needed it. Let's have a look. Gas extractor, he needed 3, so let's take 3 with me. And every time we're running back and forth, we'll try and clear some of this. So I want the gas extractor probably here. And if I need to, I could possibly build a second one. But I normally do the second ones when we get access to the tier 2s where I can select the item. Because then I would have one for methane and one for... I forgot what the second item is. It's the purple one. Okay, so we've got a lot of iron. Let's put that away. Cobalt, I'll put that away while I'm here. So the next thing I want to do is have a look at... we'll get those eaters up. I might temporarily just take all these down, get all the resources back. Because do the eaters need the rods? They need 2 rods. That ain't too bad. Okay, well, our production numbers will go down slightly while I'm trying to get this sorted. Let's just take off deconstruct. So let's put all the silicon, titanium and everything away. And we'll put the aluminium away. I think this is full. So I want to try and transfer that over because I've got 2 lockers. There's definitely another locker over here. There it is. Okay, how much do I need to build these? I would need 6 items. How much bag space do I have? I can actually get all 5 on me. So to build 5, I would need 10 rods. I would need to build more explosive powders because I know I haven't got that. So I might be able to only build 4. I think it was 2 silica, 2 sulfium and an iridium to make these. Do I have any? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I might just get a... Actually, no, I can do it. It's only 3 I would need. What's... Okay, this water's going down very fast today. And we will move these biolabs over. I'm not 100% certain where I'm going to be putting them right this second. So we've got the rods, we've got those, and I think it was just the super alloys we need now. We'll need 15 super alloys. I've cleared them out of that locker. I've cleared them out of that locker. We've got just enough. I will have to go and pick up some iridium, uranite in this episode, because I'm going to need more super alloy than this to keep me going. Got food and I've got water on me, haven't I? Yes. And we might go and put these up by where we was putting the pressure drills, just get them out the way. We are still trying to save up for the tier 2 drones, even though we're not going to get to it until mid 50 GTIs. Once we start putting these bigger items up, that number at the top will start flying. I mean, I could put it here, but no, we'll keep them all together. And then we'll have a look. We should have looked at our pressure numbers, to be honest. I forgot to do it. Yeah, put them up here. It's fairly close to the other one. When we get the T2 optimizers, you want to have enough room to be able to build 8. I think I might need to remove just some of these resources out. So the way I normally do is, if you want to set it up for 8, is do a 3x3 grid and then leave the center empty, so you can always put multiple optimizers in there if you want to. It's not too bad. Well, we got the 5 we wanted, and we got room up here to put more stuff. I'll always take the iron because at the moment I'm struggling with it, because we've just used most of it. A lot of these little huts as well can go pretty soon as well. We'll keep them up at the moment because we still need the oxygen. And then since the episode started, the oxygen in the bottom left has gone from -1.8 to 1.7. And I think by the time we do get the drones around the 50, we will get very close to breathable air. Don't need to keep resources in these lockers anymore, so I can just take all this down, but I'll keep the hut here. I'm not certain what I'm going to do with the other base yet. I might actually have that as a second base and have this as the main production facility. Just because we've got resources, we'll just go and put them away. So what have we got? Let's just sort it out. Okay, let's get all the iron away. Silicon is something we're going to need over here to do the auto crafting. I don't have anywhere over here really for dolomite yet, but I've got enough empty lockers. I can always set one up for one of those. It was uranium. So we could do dolomite. Do want to get another one there. So we would need more chips when we do come round to doing the drones, because I'm going to use all them to do this. We haven't put sulfur and stuff over there yet, so that's something we're going to have to do as well. We can just put this in the locker outside. That's where I'm storing the additional dolomites. Okay, so let's have a look at our numbers now. So we've got 5 big of the eat. So we've got 5 T4s and we've got 5 T4 drills as well. So what is that doing to my numbers? Oh, actually it's up here. So the eat at the moment is 156,000 and 162 for pressure. And I think that's with 5 rockets each as well. Yeah, 5 rockets each. We've got a plant, we've got an oxygen rocket as well, so that's good. Probably want to send up some more plant rockets just to boost that number. We need to get that tree done. Now, can I remember which one we had? Altius we had. We'll just do a lymphola, so we need tree bark, mutagen and sanga. We will build more than the 3 out there. I want to at least build 5 of them, so it doesn't matter if we get duplicates. Have we got sangas in here? No. There's the sanga. Mutagen. Did I craft any, or have I got to craft some? No, I did craft a few. There's my tree bark. And let's that start, because it is a bit of a slow one, this is. Let that keep going. Next thing I want to do is auto crafters. So 2 osmiums and a super alloy. Do we have enough to build 2 is the question. 155 power. I think we have. I think we got about 500. Ooh, just about enough for 2. Osmium, I put somewhere over this side. Let's grab some more food while I'm over this side. Just so I haven't got to keep running back and doing food and water. There is something that I have seen on the test branch that them doing something with the brightness, because again this is just really stupidly dark at the moment. I do need to start putting some lights up, which I will have. I'll have like a runway all the way and have lights down each side, so it's nice and bright. But again, that's something I want to do after I get the production sorted. So we was going to build some auto crafters upstairs. So the two main auto crafters I want to do is bacteria, because it doesn't need any plants. And then the next one is probably fertilizer, because that's used in the making of a lot of the other fertilizers. So the center of the room is here. Which I can't exactly see from this angle. So that's about the center. Just needs to come back slightly. But again, I can set the next one up. Not quite centre, but it's about the best I can do. Now, if you have a look on the auto crafter here, if you're new to the game, it'll tell me in this location I've got access to the lake waters. I've got access to the other auto crafter, so you can bring stuff from another auto crafter. I can access the gas, and I can also access algae. Plus all the lockers, what we've set up, we have access to all the lockers as well. So it is a very handy little tip, that is if you want to know what's in the range. So if I want to set this up as, I can't do the bacteria into fertilizer until I set up the growers, which will be the next thing I've got to bring over here. I can't set that up. This one's the easiest one to do. So let's just set this up. If it's in range, so something's not in range, maybe, well, the water's there, only 2 algae in the range of this one. So let's have a look at the other one, see if it's any different. Yeah, only 2 algae. So which side is my algae on? It's on the far side. So let's change this and put it over this side here. It might be able to pick up the algae, because this is where I've got most of the stuff. So let's just put it there and see if it picks up any more. So as you see, it picks up a lot more algae on this side here. So that algae needs to be moved into a better place for these auto crafters to be picked up. When you have drones, you can have the drones send the algae up to here. And as you see, it still has access to more, but it's not as good as I hoped. We'll have to come over and manually keep emptying this. Because most of the recipes I want to make now rely on algae, I'll put these on this side. The range is good, but like I said, it's not totally great. Also, what it will mean is if we're putting food growers, we will need to put them on this right-hand side of the room, because as we've just seen, it doesn't pick up stuff that good out of this range of the 3x3s. So if we set this one up ready to do... Does this access the gas here is my next question. No, this far across, it will not pick up the gas. So, like I said, these rooms are great, but they're not perfect. These range have... So if you put an auto crafter in the centre, it picks up the range of this room. So you want everything to be above or below this space. I could go and put the gas extractors on the roof, and that would fix the solution, just as a temporary measure. And again, that might be something worth doing. Because this one, if you have a look at it will tell you it's picking up the auto crafter here. So this can pick up the bacteria from the other machine and then automatically make it into a mutagen. And I will set them two up just to do that at the moment. So the next thing I need to set up for mutagen would be the gas on the roof, and also I'd need sulfur near. Yeah, that would also need sulfur near. So I have to keep bringing over the sulfur for that to work. let's empty out the gas and put it on the roof just as a temporary measure. And then I might have to build a second one. The sulphur's not too bad. I can just go and collect it everything from the lockers. So if we put the gas extractor up here. If I put it there, I can also get 4 onto here if I desperately needed 4. Now, if we go and have a look at that machine now, it should tell me. Top room. It was the mutagen. It's now telling me I can access the gas at this location. So we just need to get the sulphur sorted, which is one I probably forgot over here. Sulphur should have really been... Okay, rods is going to get changed to sulphur. At least then sulphur's on the right of the room for these to be able to pick it up easy. And then what else did I need? No, it's just sulphur. As long as I bring the sulphur over, this can actually start crafting up some bacteria for me. And then when it runs out of sulphur, then it will just make the mutagen. These are the first stages. It gets a lot better when you get drones. I've got quite a bit in here. Let's just put the gas over here for the moment, just so I haven't got to keep carrying it. Don't need to have food and water quite yet, so that's fine. If I've got room in here, then I can get rid of another locker. And then, because we're going back over, anything we've got spare, we'll start taking over. So let's start taking some aluminium. Actually, let's take the overflow first. That locker's not used. And then we'll come back and set up the food growers next. After this episode, most of the stuff I will do. So this is now crafting. So if we look in here, it's now picking up the sulphur out of one of the lockers. It doesn't actually tell you what you've named the lockers on here. It just says it's in range of X amount of lockers. So it's a bit of trial and error sometimes you have to use. But I'm happy with that. We've got mutagen on auto and we've got bacteria on auto. We do need to move the algae below into a better position because it's not picking them all up. And it was aluminium I had on me, so let's start chucking that into there. Chuck the iron away. And then we'll look at bringing the food growers over next. We do have to get power sorted, I think, first. So that would mean I would need more uranium, which means I need uraninite first to get that. So it's not picking up this one by the looks of it. You can easily tell which ones it's picking up because if you go into the water, you will see none of these are getting picked up. And the ones on that side aren't getting picked up. So as a temporary measure, let's collect all this. I could just chuck it into a locker at the top. And then I want to move this. There was never a range before, so I don't think it's a range issue. Actually, how much space do I have? Yeah, plenty. I don't think it's a range issue. Because it used to be able to have bases 4 and 5i, and it would still pick it up. So if I move... see if we can just get the 2 of these next to it, and then I'll go and have a look upstairs and see if it's picking them up. Which is this one here. We do it like that. I think they might be too close, but as long as it's producing something. Okay, that's everything on that side. How much space do I have? Still have space, that's fine. And then we just build that a little closer, and I'll just go and check upstairs and see if it's actually picking them up better now. It might just need to wait until some grows before I can tell if it's picking it up or not. But that should work. Ah, it might be water it's waiting on then. It's only picking up the one lake collector, so I need to put the other lake collector over this side as well. Yeah, and I haven't got enough water on me. Like I said, once you've set it up the first time, you don't have to then keep messing around with it. So water collector is that one. And I don't ever need to access this, to be honest, so it doesn't matter if it's at the back. And I can just put all the water away. Yeah, as you saw, the water's disappearing, so now it's picking it up out of here. Nuclear fusion generators. But we haven't got the pulsar, we've only got one pulsar we've found so far. Seeing if it's still picking it up. I could possibly just put that into there for the moment and see if the autocrafter picks it up. Yeah, it's picked it up. It's took out them. And then it should be picking up the other water one as well. So as soon as this gets water in, it would then take the algae out the back one. Instead of me having to just go and put another locker upstairs. And I just want to check up here. Is it picking up both water dispensers on both these? It is. 2 sets of water there. And 2 sets of water there. Gas it's picking up. And it's picking up both the autocrafters. So I'm happy with that. So what's going to happen is this here will keep taking the bacteria from the other one. But once this is full, then the bacteria will be full up. So whenever I need any, I've always got 8 on spare. And then when we get more power, we can then start doing the others. So what is the difference between the food growers then? Like I said, there isn't much of a difference if you're collecting it manually, because I never collected it as soon as it was 100%. But if you've got them being collected through a machine, then you do want to go up. So it's gone from 15 up to 29, which isn't a major jump. So if we've got about 150 power, then we can change 10 of these over. Each one would need a fertilizer. So I've got some fertilizer, so that's the next thing I want to set up. So eggplants is the main one I need to do. So yeah, let's go back to the other base. Let's get some fertilizer. Actually, no, we're going to have to get the uranite first because I need both the super alloy. I need both super alloy and I need uranium. So I'm going to have to come and empty this out. It's probably a good idea because I've got 2 autocrafters over it. Sorry, 2 extractors over here, but I don't need it for bauxite anymore. I don't need aluminium. I don't need the base resources anymore. I mean, it's useful if I need to craft super alloy, but I could just get super alloy out of the uranite. So what I'm going to do is empty this out and then get one of these down and send it over and put 2 in the uranite area. And I don't need that platform up either now. What have you got? Nice. Let's just take everything out. Dump the cobalt and the magnesium in here because I need silicon and titanium more. And that saved me, well, I'd say it saved me a bit of power, but it actually hasn't because I'm just going to reuse it now. So have I still got a... Ah, these are only T1s over here. So I need to get some more resources, and that's going to mean it's going to take 130 extra power for the T2s. Well, let's just go and dump all this stuff in the new base. I don't need to leave it in the old base anymore. Takes a lot of work doing it manual. But if you do slow bits, then when you get the drones running, then the drones are not then running off the feet trying to play catch up. Oh. All titanium in there, all the silicon in here. And this is the issue we'll have in a bit with the auto crafters. It will need to pick up the silicon from this side and then the other stuff from that side. So I might need some in the center to be able to pick them up from both areas. We do have some osmium. And I don't worry about putting the stuff over here. I'll keep the super alloy because I know I'm very low with that. Bauxite I'll take back with me. And let's just change this one to rods. Just for the moment. It's probably not its final place. See if there's any... No, it's actually draining all the water from all these. I'll take that out. It might even be a situation where you need to put more water to ramp up that production, but I'm fine at the moment because I'm only doing it to make the 8. Okay, what do I have? Bauxite. This can go in the machine outside. I think it was the other one that was supposed to be doing bauxite. Just chuck all this out the way. And let's clear that other machine out as well. We don't need dolomite at the moment because I need a machine to do unionite. And like I said, that dolomite, it's just not worth at this point in the game. So as you see, we've got loads and loads of resource in there. Can I take the majority? I'll take the silicon over, the iron over, and then... Oh, we got incubators. Okay, we need to build that, so that means we're going up to butterfly stage. And this is where I'll probably want to put the crushers is over here, so it's a lot easier to this base to keep transferring back and forth. Base building's not going to be for everybody. Some people like to see it, and some people don't. And yeah, I think I might actually do that before I put all this stuff in. Clear this out and move this over to the other area. So it doesn't need to be over here anymore. And I'm guessing this one's full, hence why it hasn't done the bauxite. Okay, what did I need? How many bauxite? Don't know why I've got the flashlight on. Let's turn that off. Where are the crushers? It was one of the first items we unlocked. There. So we need 2 bauxite and 1 dolomite and a unionite, which I think I've got them all on me still. Unionite, 2 bauxite, 1 dolomite. Yep. And then I'll clear whatever I can out of this machine. So, silicon, titanium, and then we'll come back for the rest. Actually, I can put that dolomite away. Take the one I need. And I will move my beacon over to this new base as well. We are getting quite late in the episode, but I do want to get the food growers at least set up in this episode. Titanium. Put that away. Silicon I can put away. And I will have to get a shredder over here. What do I need to make this? So I would need the 2 cobalt back. Let's go and build this over here. Just build them over this side, that should be fine. probably face. I want them facing away. Yeah, that's the way I want them. And it's much closer to collect them and dump them into the base now. I think at the moment I might just put the T1 grows up. Let's see what power we've got and then we can decide from there. I've got 115 power. So what's the difference between it? It's just the fertilizer. So depends on how many fertilizer I've got or how many I can do. I can do 3 of them, which would be fine for eggplants. I want to have a nose of when we get gardens, because that's going to change what I can do. I think it was under unlocks, and I think it's under biomass. I'm guessing we've got quite a way to go. We're not. The next item up there is the T5 eaters. Triox tree, so that's more trees. There's the gas tier 2, which is 15 tons. 15 kilotons, so we're way off that. Aquariums, fish, food, high quality foods there, which is useful. Again, we haven't started on insects, which we do want to start doing, because that will give us access to crafting our own fabrics, which we know we've had a major shortage in this series. There's the outdoor farm, so it is under insects. So we do want to try and have a look at building incubators as well. But that's going to have to be probably the next episode, because we haven't got the power to set those up. Yeah, 215 power, I haven't got enough to do that. But I can set up 3 growers. So I need 3 super alloys, and then the water is going to become an issue because it's using the water out there, so I might need a second water that's not being used, which is for my own benefit. So there's the 3 water. I've got 1 super alloy on me. Do we still have some more? We just have enough to do 3. What was it in the originals? Oh, we'll get water back from the originals. So what I might do is take the seeds out of these and take 3 of these down. And that extra water I can just put it back away. And then we just want to fill up our bag with whatever we can, just to start transferring the stuff across slowly. And the food growers will want to be in this bottom room. And because our autocrafters is right above here, this is where I want to start setting them up. Yeah, we're doing the T2s. So centre of the room is there. So let's start at the centre and then work out. Yeah, that's as close as it will do it. And then we'll set all these up with eggplants again. And then we'd need to set up that will set up the fertilizer, so I'd need another auto crafter, which I need more power. Let's go over to uranite. Oh, let's dump all this stuff upstairs before we go and take it with us and find out we've got no inventory left. So all the cobalt can go into here. And like I said, between this and the next episode, I will move all the rest of the stuff over. It's just so you can see what sort of process is going on. And I will need eggplants soon, so let's just chuck the food into here. Because then this should... I don't know if it shows you if it's got access to it. No, it doesn't. It'd be nice if it showed you on here if you had all the items to make that. I could just change it over and see. Oh, there's no sulfur over here, is there? It might have used all the sulfur already. So let's just put it back onto biosamples. I do need to make sure this is picking up all the algae, otherwise I need to move the algae. Yeah, sulphur's running low, so that'll be the next thing after Unanite. Oh, water's really low now, so I need to drink that. $164. Can I do anything with the... How many rods am I short? Actually, we can do another pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I can just make enough for another power. That will allow us to build that T2 extractor over by Unanite. Okay, it was 3 water. Now, what was the other item I needed for it? Super alloy and explosives. And I know I haven't got the explosives, and I've just took all the sulfur over the other side. So in the next episode, I really do want to... Well, if I'm going back over there, let's take more items. Just so I'm not wasting the trip. Yeah, we need to set the bio labs over this side. And I could theoretically have the bio lab off this side here. Have the door to it here. Opens up this area a bit. And then once we've got the 2x2 on that side, we might be able to put the other dome over there and then just put some supports under it later. Like I say, I've not got the final base layout I want. It will just come naturally. We would need 2 sulfur, so please say the sulfur. There is. I'm going to craft that now. And then put another power down, so at least it gives us a little bit until we can get some pulsar quartz. I'm not certain what GTI the pulsar meteors start coming down, but that could also be a solution to our problem. Need to craft the explosives. And once we do empty all this base out, we will move all this over to the other side. Actually, I'm going to take that with me now. Okay, what else do we want to take over? We'll drop the power on the out here first, and then we can go and collect another load to take over. No, that's good enough for the moment. We'll set up a proper production area, a power area over here eventually. And I've got 3 spaces to take the locker. Brilliant. So we're slowly getting this emptied. What did we collect the items on us for? We did the power. Oh, this is from the last drill, isn't it? Because we want to upgrade it to the next drill. Sorry, my brain's not as good as it used to be. So which items do we need to build this? So we want to keep the osmiums on us, and that's about it. And the super alloy we want to keep on us, really. Or do we? No, we need the rod. So the super alloys can just get put in over here. And there's plenty of osmium at the other base that I can go and collect. So 2 iridiums and a super alloy. Oh, I've got no super alloy rods, and I haven't got enough super alloy to make a rod. Oh, bother. Okay, so we are going to have to build the old extractor just in the meantime then. Just a second extractor will be a big benefit to us. Aluminium and titanium. I should have quite a bit of that still over here. Was it titanium? Yep. So we're going to set the second drill up. take a water with me. And then we'll come back with whatever's in the machines over that side. We'll empty them out. Just remembered we set that tree up, didn't we? Let's go and Binzo and going right past the tree. Let's put that tree seed in. Do we have any unlocked? No, we've still got the 3. And then the next episode, we do need to start on butterflies. There is a little trick you can do. Well, you could do it on Prime. I'm not certain if it will work on here. But the golden butterflies, the recipe for that is active at the start. And if you start crafting them now, you can get the goldens before the other recipes unlock. So we've got Lymphola in there. Alterius in there. And a second Lymphola, so it's the other one we need to do. So I'll probably put 6 of these down here and do 2 of each. Just until we get access to the other ones. It has been a bit of a manic episode and a bit here and a bit there, but we have got a lot. We're slowly moving over to the new base. We're now getting our production sort unfortunate. Actually, no, it won't work, will it? Because this will only pick up... Yeah, I forgot. This needs a T2 here. Oh, bother. Okay, so we'll have to wait until we can get enough to get a rod to make that T2 then. T1's not going to benefit us here. It would benefit us possibly in sulfur, because we're going to need a lot of sulfur now. Let's just chuck some of these resources away. Well, I don't need right this second. Let's empty out the osmium behind me. Because we will need a lot of osmium, because eventually we will need to start making rods. And yeah, silicon I'll probably want to take above everything else. Yeah, I was hoping to get that set up in this episode, the other year in the night. But we've got some to put into the machine. We can go and send this to the machine on the far side. And we have no space. So these resources can be took to the new base. And we did take down the biolab and we haven't rebuilt that. That's what all that items was on before. So I think that's the last thing I'll do in there is rebuild up the biolab. Possibly off the side of the production up here. And then I'll put some supports in between episodes if I've got the iron spare. So we want you to be doing all that. And what did I need for that biolab? Just the super alloys, but I left that in the top, so that's fine. And I just need 2 osmium, so all the other osmium can go away. All the silicon can go away. Did I need aluminium for the biolab? I did. And then hopefully I've got still 2 super alloy over here. Yep, just about. So let's see, because it's a 2x2 if I remember right, this room. I'm not going to see it. I'm going to have to go outside and do it. Food level low. That's fine, I've got food on me. I'll wait till the water beeps at me before I do that. I think they did say there was adding it so that you can see. It's going to start putting arrows so you know which way this is facing. We'll just put it here. If it's not facing right, I'll change it between episodes. It is very boxy at the moment, the base is. But that will get sorted out when we get the new parts into the game. And then it opens up this room a bit. Yeah, ideally I want this machine to be this side. So yeah, I'll change this in between episodes, but I think that's a great place to call it. We've got our new base set up. We're starting to move over. By the next episode, you will see all the stuff of the old base will be brought over here. Then we can set up the new office with all the screens. And then we'll be collecting the uranite, and hopefully that will have enough uranium to do another power and enough super alloy coming in so we can make that rod to start getting that second extractor up, that which will help us out big time. Then we'll start on insects and butterflies. But hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.